I mean, sorry. There's one other. Oh, that. Let's have a quick recap for your subject verb agreement. That's many others join. These things we had discussed, if you remember, what is subject? So what do we have to see in subject verb agreement? That they agree?
Like both the subject and the verb should agree when it's used in the sentence. Okay. Like the verb should agree with the subject, like the action to.
May I have an example?
Like
may I have your written material? There are everything on.
yeah, singular verbs with singular and plural verbs.
Yes. So it's exactly about the number, and this strategy, this thing we are using it in most of the sessions. Actually 9 sessions, very honest. So we discussed about get rid of extra words and try simplifying sentence, remember? So this is what we did, and then we were also doing that word founded should be was founded. Why? Why did I say verb? It should not be. Istanbul, the most populous of all European cities, were founded. Why not were founded? Why was founded? What is the subject over here?
Istanbul.
Istanbul. So a lot of children get confused because
Cities.
Yes, the cities with word and also this we need to be careful. And this we also discussed about inverted sentence, how to flip it. Remember like concrete medium. You see, if you can manage separating the roads was a concrete medium, something like that, then it's okay. If you can't manage, then you need to flip it. Okay, so it's up to you. Then we also discussed about this family, group, bunch are
Singular.
Singular. Very good. And we had discussed about this example. Erica's family owns and operates a, since it's a, yeah, no, since it's a collective noun. Yeah. So we discussed, and of course we did all your worksheets and examples, XYZ stuff. Okay, let's start. I think he's late, so you carry on. Okay, so over here you would be seeing the second one is about a pronoun antecedent agreement. Okay, so what is a pronoun and what do we mean by this word? And these two things have to go in agreement. This is what our task is. Okay, so the second thing. So over here you can see in our official start exam, you will be getting somewhere around 2 to 3 questions like this. Okay, and you would be, your job is to see the choice. Like pick up a choice. Like for example, there are 4 choices given, 4 options given. Pick up a right choice, which gives you the right information about the particular text. If this is a pronoun and this technically goes hand in hand. Okay, just to give an example. Match purpose in the sense like what's the purpose of the information you're setting in, like for example if I'm talking about Europe, right? If I'm talking about Europe, am I trying to tell you that about the cities, or am I trying to tell you the sentence about food, okay, or am I talking about people? So you have to find out things over there in the sentence itself. So over here you can see purpose. Is it a supporting evidence? Some things are just for support, are not actual things. So this is also we need to identify. You are identifying, is it a counter example? In the sense that there was a previous idea. Okay, Adi, is this the same word? Yes. Adi? Yeah. Adi, can you unmute yourself please for a minute?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Adi, we just started with the second session, that is pronoun antecedent agreement. That is what our topic is. Can you see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
You can see the PPT, perfect. So we just, if you can just open page number
90.
190.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is session 2. So what I just discussed with her is that I said that, somewhere around 2 to 3 questions we are expecting from this topic, okay, on your official SAT exam. And I was telling her the purpose. In a way, what you need to do is you have to see that both the things are going hand in hand. In the sense, like for example, I was talking to her, if you're talking about Europe. Okay, if I'm talking about Europe, so the information is exactly about Europe. It should not be about the general people. Okay, that people all over the world do this, people all over the world do that. No. If it is about Europe, so that is how pronoun antecedent agreement is all about. Okay. This is what we discussed, and then we also were talking about that if it is a supporting evidence, like for example, if I'm saying people around the world, just a supporting thing. It's not the actual thing. Then we were talking about counter example. That is either it's if the previous idea was already given to you. Okay, so it's just a counter. It just introduces something new from there. And is it the most important or what's the purpose? So overall, this is once you get an example, you get an idea what I'm talking about. Okay. So here, sorry. So Adi, can you read the example, please?
This movement, called the Great Migration, would transform urban America and recast the social and political order of the country as a whole. In particular, Detroit, Chicago, and other Midwestern industrial cities experienced significant demographic changes. Which choice most effectively sets up the examples discussed in the following sentence?
Yes. So this question is for both Adi and
Saina.
Saina. Okay, Adi and Saina. And Adi and Saina, what you need to do is just read the line which is underlined over here and try and match up. Don't say the answer. Once I ask you the answer, you say it. I just need to understand. Done, Adi? Done? What's your answer, Adi?
Ma'am, D.
Okay. So you say here. What was the logic, Adi, you used it?
Ma'am, in the underlined sentence, it's given the social and political order of country as whole. So that's why I thought it's D.
So you mean that's why it's social and political order of everyday life. Okay,
Yes.
Adi, try Sana and Adi, try and understand the question. The question says, which choice sets up the examples discussed in the following sentence? In the sense, they're talking about Chicago, they're talking about they're talking about Chicago, they're talking about Midwestern industrial cities. Okay, so these are the examples. Examples of what? Examples of what, Adi?
Ma'am,
Are
I
these,
don't
it's
understand.
okay, try. Are these the countries? Are these the cities? First, you need to identify this thing. What are these?
Cities.
Cities. We know this, cities. So, Adi, how is it the D? Why is it not B?
Oh yes, it's B.
Yeah. Have you understood what I meant? So, this
Yes.
is how you need to identify. Okay. Let's come to another thing. So, this is your first strategy. Information that supports a particular idea. Okay, so this thing, information. So you can just write down, Adi, just write down strategy 1 in your notebook.
Yes, ma'am. One.
You can read it, what I'm writing. Something. Information.
Ma'am, the board is not visible.
Then the PPT goes up.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You can switch this camera to the screen. So,
You may like to basic then. Just write down information that supports a particular idea. Information that supports a particular idea. This is strategy 1. Now, strategy 2 is always, write down always try to start always try to start by restating in your own words. Always try to start by restating in your own words. Okay. So technically, Adi, we just need to, I mean, if the particular description is there, like the example was there, try and frame it in your own words. Then what is it talking about? Okay, then you will get the book. Then third trick, strategy 3. Match ideas. Match ideas. Match ideas means similarity. Okay, let's do this example, then let's see how. Sign up, read out an example.
we tend to think of invertebrates as little things like garden slugs, but this is as misguided as if we formed our view of vertebrates based only on fish without ever considering birds. The largest invertebrate on Earth, the giant squid, can grow to a length of 60 feet. Which choice provides the best supporting example of the main idea of the paragraph?
Adi, does this choice, like the example, they are talking about the vertebrates, okay? And they're
Yes,
also
ma'am.
talking about the fish and birds. Okay, like for example, we're talking about fish. I'm just trying to use the strategy, okay? Just trying to interpret in own words. They're talking about fish, they are not even considering birds for that. If you're talking about fish. So you're technically supposed to consider both the things. So do you think the first option is possible? No
No,
change?
ma'am.
No. Third option, mice and elephant. Can you compare mice and elephant?
No,
No logic. Can you compare humans with other animals? No.
no.
If they would have talked about monkey or something, I would have agreed. Chimpanzee, monkey, and all these, I would have agreed, but not with other animals. What about cats without ever considering dogs? Dog and
Yes,
cat.
ma'am.
Yes. So this is how we do it. Okay. Got it? Got a pick. Just a little idea will also work.
How is this related to pronoun?
How is it related to pronouns? What are pronouns here?
Like she, this, that.
Okay, you'll get it. You'll get an idea. This much you got it? Yeah. This much you understood. Now I'll tell you how it relates. Okay. Let's just go to first page number 19. Just to give you an idea, nouns are the ones which replaces nouns. What are nouns? Okay. So we are technically what we are trying to do is if we are replacing this, we are bringing out something else. Not with she, he, and all, but an indirect way of saying is she, he, and they. Not direct. Yeah. So, Adi, we are starting with that thing. That is, you need to read page by page wise, and we'll do a gist. Okay, we'll discuss quickly
Okay,
how
ma'am.
to gist say so that there's clarity. You can start to page number 90, and Adi, just let me know once you're done. Because Saina, I'll get to know. Because she's sitting in the class. Yeah. One second, guys. I forgot to do the basic also with you. If you just do the basics, then you can move to the board. I just forgot to display this. Okay, that was about setting up ideas. Okay, then how to bring out the idea, like bringing out the correlation. That is just about correlation. Now let's get to the actual thing. I don't think I just explained you. So they are the words that can stand in for the specific nouns. Name the nouns quickly. Adi, give me one noun.
Adi,
Okay. And the pronoun?
he,
He, she, it, they, all these are this. And what is an antecedent? It is a particular noun that a pronoun refers to. Particular noun that a pronoun refers to. Just now I did it, setting up ideas. Okay, same thing. Adi, are you clear with this?
yes, ma'am.
Just now we were doing the setting up ideas, correlation. This is the same thing. Okay. Okay, going to the I don't think so. You need to write this. Do you need to write this? No, that's basic. So you are also, one type of question would be setting up ideas. The second type of question would be you have to identify an error. Okay, two types of questions. Like for example, same thing. Do you remember in the first class we did subject verb agreement? They should go. What is subject verb agreement? Singular goes with Adi.
Singular.
Plural goes with plural. Same strategy. A plural pronoun is improperly impaired with singular. A singular pronoun is improperly impaired with plural. Same thing. Okay. Let's have this. I can't see the pen right now. Adi, can you see the screen? I mean the
No,
PPT.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Let's just write down because you will forget later. Just write down the heading in bold or something maybe. Okay. Correcting the pronoun antecedent P and dash A errors. So these are also the types of questions you will get. Correcting the pronoun antecedent errors. So first, identify plural pronoun improperly paired with a singular antecedent and vice versa. Okay. Identify plural pronoun improperly paired with a singular antecedent. Singular antecedent. And similarly, SP improperly paired with a PA. SP improperly paired with a PA. Adi wrote it. What is SP, Adi?
Singular pronoun.
PA?
Plural antecedent.
PP? SA?
Plural pronoun.
Yeah. Singular antecedent. Now I'm coming to an example. Here, Adi, can you read out the incorrect sentence?
The vinyl record, which was largely replaced by the CD during the 1980s and 90s, has since seen a revival in their popularity.
The vinyl record, which was largely replaced by the CD during the 1980s and 90s, has since seen a revival in its popularity.
Why not there? Think. Which is the subject over here?
The vinyl record.
Okay. So vinyl record is what? Is it its or is it there? Is it singular? Is it plural?
Singular.
Singular. So what are we supposed to use? It's. Are we clear with this? So see, if I have done session 1, then I'm able to do session 2. So everything is linked. So keep revising, okay? Singular goes with singular. It's okay now if I don't let you write the example.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. Here. Incorrect, Adi.
The hermit crabs could not find shells that it could fit into.
The hermit crabs could not find shells that they could fit in.
Which is the subject over here?
Hermit crabs.
Are you sure? Hermit crabs or only crabs?
Like the crabs. It's plural, so it could come they.
Adi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You know, like in one of the batches, they said hermit is the subject. So automatically your answer changes. So that's why we need to be careful with the subject verb. Okay. Here, strategy 1. First, if you have to find an antecedent, you need to know the noun that the pronoun logically refers to. Okay, so basically, in short, what I'm trying to say is, like if I would have picked up hermit, so my answer would change. So first, that is my logic. I have to find out that what is it. Okay, then only I go in. An antecedent is a replacement of a noun. That's what we did, setting up ideas. Okay, replacement of a noun. So here you can see it can be hard when multiple singular and plural nouns are present. So how are we doing this? That is what we are identifying now. That's that question. She'll read the incorrect, Adi can read the correct.
The cowbird, the largest of all North American cats, has lost most of their range in the eastern United States.
Okay, why not there? Why it's
Because the cowgirl, it's a singular noun.
so cats is the one which we are referring to, or are we referring to cowgirl?
The cowgirl we are referring to because the main noun is cowgirl.
Exactly. You got the logic? If I would have picked up cats, do you really think so? I would have got the wrong answer. Right? So I picked up why because it is the close to the pronoun. Even the actual cowgirl is a single requires a singular pronoun. That's your explanation. Okay? Double check your relative pronouns. What are relative pronouns before we get into this? What are relative pronouns? Adi, any idea? What are relative pronouns?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Example are who, which. Okay. While which and that apply to things. In the sense, we are saying who are you? Okay. Is it about people or is it about things? And tell me a sentence in who? Whom does this belong to? Think about from the people point of view. Adi, make a sentence with whom?
With whom are you talking?
People. And while which and that apply to things. Okay? You said any sentence, you said some sentence with things, you go that. What was that sentence? Who does this belong? Who does this belong? That's people. That's correct sentence, sorry. I didn't hear you properly, sorry. Double check relative pronouns. So you can just write down in your notebook that who and which, who and whom applies to people, who applies to people, which and that applies to things. Which in that applies to things. Does it make sense to you guys? Yeah. Okay. Let's get an example. Adi, incorrect one. Read out the incorrect one, Adi.
The results of the test to measure cholesterol levels indicate that Gerald is healthy.
Okay. Which is the results of the test. Test is what here? Thing. So what should we write with thing?
Which
Easy. You can always remember such things because you know what happens. This is common error in English. Common error, common. I mean everybody does it. Okay, so if you just remember this thing, who and whom comes to people, and which is that comes applies to things. You'll never get wrong. Okay. You know why it happens? Because the problem is that both the things fit over there. Technically, if I don't tell you this, there is a who measures cholesterol. Technically, it fits, but logic is wrong, and which will only you get to know when you have the grip of those things. Otherwise, you miss out on those things. Okay? Are they have it written?
ma'am, the board is not visible.
Oops, I'm so sorry, Adi. Something will happen to this. No, dear, not the example. I just meant this thing have you written? Adi, whom applies to people and which in that applies to things.
1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Adi, if you cannot see the PPT, you just let me know. Huh? Something is wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Just let me know. I don't know what's happening. This is done. Okay. Now you guys are telling me the answer. Think about it. And then Shakespeare's classic play, Hamlet, is forced to confront his villain uncle, which has murdered the king and stolen the throne. Think about it. Nobody will give you the obvious answers. These are the classic. So are we talking about Prince Hamlet or we are talking about uncle? First identify this. Who are we
Prince
talking
Hamlet.
about? I would go with the China. Uncle. You know why, Adi? In Shakespeare's classic play, Hamlet is forced to confront his villain uncle. Okay? Matlab, the Prince Hamlet was the one who confronted the uncle, which has murdered the king. So technically, who has murdered the king over here? Uncle or the Hamlet? Adi. Who has murdered the king?
Hamlet.
Is it?
Because he's confronting to his uncle that I am the one who murdered the king and stole the throne.
Not confuse you. You tell me the answer, then I'll tell you. That's my bad. I should have done it. If you see the answer, you tell me the answer, then I'll let me tell you. Saina is ready with the answer? Okay, Saina is ready. Adi, are you ready with the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the answer, Adi?
D.
B.
D. Who has?
Easy. This is about like an uncle. Who is an African referring to a person like an uncle? This is what I meant, but then I thought this is not necessary. I'm like confusing. Okay. So yeah. So the explanation part for PPT is done. This is what I wanted to tell you just to make you have a grip on the basics also, errors and all these things. And of course, you're supporting setting up ideas and all, which we did just now. So these are the two types of questions we're expecting. So far, whatever papers have gone, on online and whatever I've gone through, I could not find any question based on setting up ideas. Somehow I could find it. So it must be there somewhere because they say that they test it. So we're just doing for a backup plan. Yes, but this is the main thing. Okay. So now we are going with your UT book, that's page number 90. And you can spend your 2-3 minutes, whatever, on each page, whatever you think is the best. Then we can have a summary. And then we can do exercise and then maybe another session if it goes. Aditya, first page.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Adi, let's hear from you. The gist.
So pronouns are the words that replace nouns. Every noun should every noun must have every pronoun must have antecedent. The noun which refers the noun to which a pronoun refers is known as antecedent. The pronoun antecedent agreement tells that plural nouns require plural pronouns and singular ones require singular pronouns. Every singular pronoun like he or she goes with the plural pronoun they, and it goes with they, its goes with their, his or her goes with their. All the male pronouns are replaced with he, and all the females are replaced with she.
Good. Page number 91. Just be careful with its and it apostrophe s. Okay, page number 91. Finished?
Like they versus it, when like it's a singular pronoun, then we use it, and when it's like plural, then we use they. And when in the course of the sentence we have like word like one or you have to repeat it in the second half of the sentence also. Like if you run 5 miles every day, you will become fit. So we use you in the second half of the sentence. And it's without the apostrophe, it is a possessive form. Whereas it's with the apostrophe means it is. So like when the university opened its doors without the apostrophe, like doors is like possessive. In the early 20th century, in the thousands of students were involved. And then who, that was his who is the pronoun for the person or people, whereas that is for everything else. Like coaching can be difficult for people who have a hard time planning strategy on the field. And there's an example given. Cranberries are both sour and bitter, so people rarely eat it uncertain. So then it will not be used as cranberries are plural. So then will be used. Okay.
Good. So Adi, just write down one thing in your notebook. Just write down here. Here's your notebook. No, sorry. I think you guys know the meaning of it is and it's. That's easy, right? It is and I already told you for who, people. Okay, just write down that is for everything else. Whenever we wrote this now, who, which, that. Oh, we have already written. I'm so sorry. That is it counts. Okay, you just write down everything else. Didn't want to miss out. I also write down if you're using one and you, one are you, one or you. In the first half of the sentence, then you're supposed to use it as later, the second half first. Just write down this later on. Yeah. One and you. Just underline one and you or put an first or inverted comma then. That's your page number 92.
connected to this.
Are you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Adi, you may start with your summary. Thank you.
So in this page, it's the error and its fixes given. Like the football players were all multi-sport athletes. As only a basketball player, I admired that about him. So the football players it's given, so him can't come. Football players are plural, so that's why the fix for it is I admired about them. And another error is the decision was made by the director wanting to organize the group in a more efficient way. But the fix for it is the decision was made by the director who wanted to organize the group in a more efficient way. And it also tells that what can make pronoun antecedent agreements difficult to spot. Uh, in simple sentences, the connection between these two is very clear, but in complex ones, the errors in pronoun antecedent agreement can be difficult to spot.
So, so technically, they were talking about wanted or like incorporating the words. And you are in your. Okay. When do we use you are? Sorry, you apostrophe re or you are? What's the difference here?
We use you are means you apostrophe re. It's that you are. So you are just like all the other Americans. And your means it belongs to you, like your book.
Okay, good. Adi. So let's continue with page number 93. It is. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
silence with face line.
Yes, so like one same example is given. The example is same. Like the reporter largely picked up to style in the 1980s and 80s and 90s, but there has since been a revival in the popularity. But since like record here is singular, we use this instead of there.
Good.
And the same example, the cowbird, the largest of all North American cats, has lost most of their range in the eastern United States. But since we're talking about the cowbird, not the cats, this singular, so it should be used.
Good.
And yes, and then it's written antecedent literally means what comes before, but sometimes this relationship gets flipped. And when a pronoun becomes before its antecedent, you're less likely to notice an agreement.
I don't agree with these things because technically you just have to see that if it is replacing it or not. So with one logic, we are able to solve it. Okay. Are there any doubts on page number 93?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's do 94. Then
Yes, ma'am. Done.
you may start, Ali.
The top tips are to first find the antecedent, uh, which is the noun that the pronoun logically refers to. And if you have found the antecedent, but if you are still not sure that if it's correct or not, try plugging it where the pronoun goes. For example, the survival of the orangutan is threatened by the destruction of its habitat. So when we replace it with orangutan, so that's the only antecedent, and it can go only with orangutan. The note about gendered pronouns: when checking for pronoun antecedent agreements, you will only need to determine if the noun is singular or plural, and if noun is the person or thing.
Makes sense. Same thing, na? Same logic. Same logic which we were discussing. See that? Sorted now. Okay. Last page, guys, and then we shall be doing the exam. I think you guys at 7:30 there's a break. I always forget giving you, so sorry, but this is what even get done. Huh? When it is already given. Yeah, because I got a message. that are supposed to be. So, yeah, there is. After 2 minutes, I just wind up and then I'll give you 5 minutes, okay? Have water and come on. Okay, Saina will just explain. Okay, Adi?
Yes, ma'am.
Adi will explain.
Okay, so like, there are two examples given. One is like after they graduated, even Lincoln and Joseph became businessman. Meanwhile, he then continued to pursue his dream to become a lawyer. So here they have been used because the three students, like plural. The second sentence is this used because Ethan like similar business. So this is used. And then there's another example. During our panel, we came with an answer to all the questions that were asked, but it does not make sense as we had a single answer to all the questions. So during our panel, we came up with the answers to all the questions that were asked. And then there is one more example. His love for his wife was shown by the many books of poems dedicated to her. But since love is like, should be used the singular, it's a love.
Makes sense. Okay. So guys, Adi, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we're meeting exactly in 5 minutes. You can have water, Adi. Okay, 7:32. Just be here by 7:37. Okay, let's be on time. It gets late for me also.
40.
Okay. Adi,
Yes,
we'll do
ma'am.
3 2 minutes extra lecture, huh? Okay. Anyways, we already have finished. Okay, so any doubt to the session?
No, ma'am.
Now, what we do is we have this exercise, and even the last question which is given on page number 95. Okay, so just do it on the time based. Like right now it's 7:42, and let me see how much time you guys take. Okay, you may start. Adi, once you're done, let me know, do you? It also includes. Finished?
Yes, ma'am.
47. Okay, so you are taking somewhere around 5 minutes in the sinus taking 4 minutes. Okay, so let's just discuss the answers. Let's go to page number 95. First answer, page number 95 question. Adi,
D.
why day?
Because the soil dwelling microbes is the main noun here. And it's plural, that's why they.
What is plural here?
Soil dwelling microbes.
You getting it? What he's saying? I'm getting it. Which answer are you saying? I'm talking about page number 95.
Oh,
Multiple
sorry.
discussion.
I was doing exercise one.
No, no, no. Tell me the last question of page number 95.
Yeah, ma'am, got it.
Finished here?
Ma'am, 1 minute. Ma'am, A.
Yeah. A. Okay, good. Let's come to page number 96. Adi, which is the first one as per you? You can say
D.
E. Saira, second one? B. B. Adi,
Second, D.
third, Saira? Adi,
C.
C. Fourth, Adi,
C.
C. Fifth, Adi,
C.
fifth what?
C. C.
Do you think, Saira? Why A here? Shorter than that for positions, than that for that. Six, Saina, Adi,
C.
for both commercial and agri created agents, the no transition was more successful than that from that. Got the logic? Yeah. Because anyways they will ban and wrong. So either you judge that it cannot be those, it cannot be these, it technically becomes that. Okay? You can also eliminate the options. That's what they started. Seventh, Adi,
D.
Yeah. A team led by Drexel University professor is making models. Okay. In order to learn how they fit together, such as are there with team. Okay. As well as there. But why there? What's the logic? Like plural now. Yes, good. Sign up, 8. C. Adi?
Yes,
C.
ma'am. C.
I think Adi is scored full.
Yes, ma'am.
And you? I can do that. Check. Now you were wrong. 3 wrong. 3 wrong. Out of 9. I got confused between that and those. Now it's clear? Yeah. Sure now. 6 out of 9. We'll give you answer marks. 6 out of 9. Yeah. Okay. So now I am showing you the worksheet. Okay. Just be careful. If you guys think you want to revisit your rules or XYZ stuff, revisit before you start the worksheet. Till that time, I'll display. Okay. Just one second. So this display will only be for Adi. I'll give you the sheet. Okay. Sign up. Is it already showing the worksheet, Adi?
No, ma'am.
Now, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So Adi, you have to yourself tell me when to scroll down because Saina is doing through hard copy, okay? So if you
Yes.
don't give me then I won't be able to do it, okay? Adi, are you clear what you need to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what are you supposed to do? What did you do in the first sentence?
In the first sentence, we have to change the pronoun it was, like the answer will be they were.
Okay, and one more thing, Adi, I want you guys to do, Saina. So basically, you also need to underline the word on which basis you are changing. Okay, and it is only for my reference, not in the exam. Okay, just for my reference. Have you understood, Adi? Like for example, at the stars you will underline. At the stars, or the stars. Yeah, stars. Okay, just give me an example.
Can you scroll? Can you scroll? Ma'am, is something wrong with 21st?
I think Market, that's what you mean?
Yes, ma'am, there are no bold words.
One second, yeah. Um, Underline there. Okay? And what were you asking? Question number 15 and 16. No. It's I can give you a hint. If it's one, then what is that word which we use to identify, like, example, Taj Mahal? So what do we use before Taj Mahal? So it is not the answer. We take a call. Works with our customer.
Can you scroll?
Yeah. 324, it's done now.
Yes, ma'am.
Adi, what you need to do is take a picture of exercise 2, then I can display you the questions. Otherwise, I won't be able to display the questions. Okay? So either take a screenshot or take a picture, whatever you think is the best.
Yes, ma'am.
So now I'm displaying the questions. You can let me know. Okay, let's put it up.
Can you scroll? Yes, ma'am, done. Ma'am, are there more questions?
Yes, dear. Now you can take a picture of this. Done?
1 minute, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, done. Yes, ma'am.
Shall I scroll down?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you scroll? Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay, done now till 13. Okay, as usual, Adi, every answer 1 mark. Okay, so and
Yes.
also you were supposed to mark both the things. You did it, Saina, that way? Or did you only change? Even if you haven't done it that way, it's okay. I am only giving you marks for your main board. Okay, the bold one. Okay, Adi?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can mark yourself. Let me know when to scroll down. Ready, Hannah? In 16 is like, for example, if it's only one thing, so which article do we use? Like if I specify something, so I use a particular article to specify a certain thing. So that article will be used. then you can only be one big champion if you're a part of that.
Yes, ma'am. Scroll down. Yes, ma'am. Scroll down.
So like, the three questions similar.
Which one? I start with 15 and 16.
16, but it also.
I gave you 8 plus
It's article and this. Okay, there will be some patterns. Not this. Not in such kind of things. Not necessarily. It depends on the so yes, usually yes. You just go to online ones. I don't know what the reason is. Fine, so there is
Yes,
no
ma'am.
way
Scroll down.
it takes. Here you have to choose. From 20th, right, Adi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Scroll.
You create something like so try to zero. Maybe it works.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Adi, how much? In your first exercise out of 24, how much you got?
I'm 21.
Okay, and exercise two, how out of 13?
10.
Acha. Can you just relook at your errors and what was the reason? Are you clear with those reasons? What was the
Yes,
mistake? And
ma'am. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Do you need any help with reference to that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll just wait for Saina to finish and then we can have a quick recap.
Yes.
So we can like that also. For one.
This is answer. First, okay, good. Okay, it is. It's your it can be his or her both. And anything. There, there, there. Question of four. There, there. Then six. We manage. Okay. That's the then. Okay, eight. Three. Nine. Shells. Okay, like that also we can write. What's that? There's the shells. Then I got right shell in the card. Okay. Adi, what did you do with question number 9? Can you just tell me? Oh, you must not. Can you just see your register and tell me your question number 9 answer?
Ma'am, I got it wrong.
You got it wrong. No, it's okay to get it wrong. You tell me what did you write?
They are serving.
What? Instead of there, what did you write, Adi?
Ma'am, I couldn't get that question. Like, I didn't understand.
You didn't appear when. Okay. Basically, Adi, in your question, I'll just show you the question, okay? 1 second. This one. Here, so in your question, you need to add chef over there. Okay, so automatically get 1 mark over there because it is my error. Okay, without doing the announcement, maybe 10th, the computer. The computer is already there. Answer is that. The secretary answer the keyboard of the computer and leave the okay. 11th, the announcement. I think everything is wrong. 11th, yes, the announcement. But the announcement. Next. Next. It happens. Next. It's yes, next. Two. So like that. That's the teacher. How to this? What do you do with this? What is exactly? Rather than base the food. 17 themselves. Right, nice. 18. And good. Okay. 19. It's all next. It's again next. It's 22. 7. By their own name, that by itself. 23, 10, 24, 22. Thanks. Told me only. I took my own and everything. They were able to fix it. Luckily, they. Who are they?
But here we had.
We work is like.
Okay, no.
Right. It is. Okay, next one.
Okay.
See. See. Right. Okay, Adi, I found some common things. I don't know if that I'm just sharing. So you tell me if that is in your paper also. Okay. So what I found in Saina is that overall the paper was very good because she's clear with the basics and everything. What is the problem coming over here with her paper is that she could not identify that if it is written, like for example, question number 10. I'll show you the question number 10 so that you have an idea. Here. So if it's written the computer, okay. So because it was given in the question, clean it. So why am I writing the computer in place of it? What's the logic? Why am I doing it? Can you explain me the logic, Adi?
Because if it's cleaned it might also refer to the keyboard. So we use the computer to specify that it's cleaning the computer, not the keyboard.
So that's what happens if I go with Adi's logic. What happens is that sometimes if there are two words in your sentence, clean it. Is it a keyboard or is it a computer? So that's why you need to specify it. Yeah. So that was one of the
It
doubts.
can be the keyboard also, right?
My dear, unplug the computer. आपने computer keyboard को
अच्छा,
निकाल
okay.
दिया. क्यों
हाँ.
निकाला? If you have a computer, you have to take the computer.
Yeah.
ठीक है? And similarly, if we go to question number 12. Better see question number 12 over here. Why do you write it? Why not they? What do you think, Adi?
And the state university refers to a thing,
Yeah.
a location.
I'm sorry, the state university is looking for a.
And the state university refers to a location or a thing. That's why we use it.
It's singular. You know, yeah. It's a
You have written it right.
okay.
Okay. And again, my iPhone fell on see question number 16. My iPhone fell onto the glass plate, but thankfully it didn't break. What didn't break? The glass plate or the phone?
I thought I have to use some.
It's okay. It's for the first time. It's not something that I was expecting you'll get full or something like that. Okay, what I'm trying to say over here is that you need to be. See now, what is the learning you got out of it? You got out of it that you have to specify things. Okay, you got it like what he was saying that it's a singular, you go with singular, plural goes with plural. And is it talking about the funding or is it talking about the state university itself? So this is how what you need to do. Okay. And same question number 18, beta. Check question number 18.
That was saying Albert.
It's okay. With Albert. Why am I saying with Albert? Why am I not saying until Albert got the big promotion at work? Why am I saying Albert again? Why am I not using he? What's the logic?
And because if we use him, it might refer to a different person.
And you can say, oh, are you talking about Anthony? Am I talking about Albert? What are you talking about? Okay? So, Saina, if you notice your paper, this is the same error.
Same error.
Okay? So, if you got one logic here, so all the answers are correct now. That's why I was start. So, technically, your paper is good. Because when your mistake is around one thing, now, so we can correct it. If it's around so many things, then you have to rethink the strategy. Then what strategy do you have to apply now? Okay? So, check question number 4. See question number 4, guys. the toxic level of water bottles, and because they assume their plastic content is harmless. Why there? Why not that? Adi?
And because the main noun is water bottles, and that's plural.
What you did it, you took up the toxic. Okay. Toxic level किस चीज का? What is the main subject? Water bottle. ठीक है, उस time पे Google. I was telling you ना, Google उस time पे I was giving examples. So which thing? So this is why Sana was telling you underline. Yeah. You get the logic. And so just consider these things, guys. The paper would be much easier than this. Okay. But what I am trying to do is, what the UP is trying to do is giving you the maximum toughest thing in your plate. Okay, so that you can do the easiest. So that is what our strategy to be very honest. Okay. So that's the logic. Anything else you think so I can do it? With reference to this topic. Okay, Adi and Saina, just make sure that at home you are reading all the rules, okay, of session 1 and session 2 both. Because when I do session 3, I'll connect with both the sessions. Okay. And other than that, check online that if you can find some questions based on these and all these things. Start practicing on your own. Okay, so that would help us further. Okay, if I can figure out, because I've given you everything, to be honest, if I can still figure out something from few books over here, then we give you more worksheets for home. Okay, so you can practice it. Yes. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, Adi.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Bye.